What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast. You know who it is, man. I'm your man, Andre. This is my lovely co-host.
Hi, I'm Nirvana.
And we're going to show you our special guest right after the intro.
For watching, subscribe now, and we're back.
Alrighty, people. We're going to wait for some of y'all to join the chat. You know what I mean? But we got two special guests with us today. So the first one we going to introduce is it's my guy. He's a rapper. He run a city. Make some noise for my man, Jay Scribe.
Let's go, Jay Scribe.
Jay Scribe in the building. And then we got another person who new to the city. She been on, we shot some podcasts and stuff for her. Make some noise for Aubrey.
Hi,
There we go. And we got an interesting topic for you guys today, okay? We got an interesting one. It is guy code versus girl code. Things that guys should know about other guys, the codes, man. We're going to break down some of them. We're not going to give them all away because we can't have everybody knowing what we got going on. But they got some girl codes. We got some guy codes. You want to start off with the first girl code?
Nah, I feel like, though, we're going to have a lot in common as far as guy and girl codes.
Definitely.
There's just, like, morals and values you just got to live by, especially when, like, you have, like, a best friend and stuff.
But the women gonna have less morals. It's gonna be more like crazy stuff. Guys is just morals and being real. The women just be going crazy, man.
No, I disagree with that, because
I think women have more morals than men.
definitely.
Or we at least take
Nah.
off a little bit more
Wait.
seriously.
You said
Definitely.
women
There
have
we
more
go.
morals than men?
Absolutely. We take
No.
ours more
No.
seriously, for sure.
Yeah,
No,
we
y'all
do.
don't.
Yeah, we do.
How do
We
you figure?
We do.
We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Okay, so you want to start off with the first one? You want me to go?
Yes, I can go.
So what
So
you got?
I think this goes all around. Like, I think this is the number one rule when it comes. Don't get involved with your girl's ex, her man, current man, a crush, or someone she done already like said she wanted to get involved with and stuff like that. Like, say I was at a party or something. Me and my friends there, we pull up, we come in, she already has her eyes set on someone, scoping someone out, and she tell you, that's an automatic, like, okay, let me go find somewhere else or something like that, or find someone else to do that.
I will say that I feel like women live by that, and sometimes it just don't be that deep. Like sometimes it be like, but you know my friend, I don't care.
Yeah, no.
This is where I see the guy version of that. Guys have two people you can have on reserve. That's it. You can only have two people on reserve. The girl you talking to at the moment and your favorite ex. And the favorite ex got to be somebody that you had like a real relationship with. That's it. You can't be having four girls on reserve. It's the girl you talking to currently and the girl that really broke your heart. That's it.
What you think?
I disagree.
What you think?
Completely. Completely.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
That was a lot.
That was. I'll let my girl Aubrey have this. Let's see what you got to say about this.
First of all, you should not be wanting to keep hold of anybody that hurt you. Reserve none of that.
Exactly. That's toxicity at
yeah.
its finest.
Yeah. Once
Nah.
it's gone, it's gone.
I don't mean like hold on to that. It's just like let's say Dre is married to Nirvana.
Right.
None of his mans could ever, if they ever broke up, none of his mans could ever talk to Nirvana.
For sure.
Never.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
But
exactly.
anybody else he's ever dealt with in life, he can't say, nah, like you get to those two people, the girl that you was really rocking with
I get what
and the
you're
girl
saying.
you talking
But
to.
still, even as an ex of his, she should not even want to have any remote interest in any of his friends.
It's a small world.
Oh
Definitely
no,
not.
it ain't not that small. There's a lot of other things in people that you can entertain. Besides, that is one of the girl code rules.
Exactly.
You are never, if they dated, there's no expiration date on talking to someone that your friend used to date, talk to, none of that.
Definitely. I think that's like a rule we should, like, it's a golden rule. It's not even
Yeah.
just a rule. It's like a golden, it's up on the
Sit-
pedestal. Don't do that ever,
Ever.
ever, ever. And if you
It
do
doesn't
that,
matter.
that's not your girl.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long they've been broken up.
I would
Exactly.
say if any of my homies dated any of my exes at this point, I don't have like it is what it is. Like I don't.
No.
Nah,
But
because that's
it's
not
not-
your man's. It
Yeah.
depends.
Nah,
on,
nah,
it
for
sure.
depends on. It depends on who it was.
It doesn't
Mm-mm,
depend
doesn't
on
matter.
nothing.
For
No.
women, for girls, it should not depend.
No.
Ever.
Once
ever.
they cross paths, entertain, text, chatted, kiki, none of that. You
None of that.
cannot go anywhere near it
Nope. Can't do it.
at all.
I don't know about that one.
Nah, even if she was like, dang, he fine. Oh, and then he checking you out, you still cannot go there.
Yeah.
She already called dibs in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
We grown, but still, that's a no.
I don't want to take the conversation too far, but I feel like it's levels of interaction. Like
Definitely.
if y'all was just texting, like if I was just texting a girl, and then like it ain't really become nothing, and then one of the homies start talking to her, I don't care.
Again, he just proved my point. Women have our morals.
That's
Yeah,
not
morals.
morals.
We stand on
That's-
our morals a
Morals.
lot better. Yes.
Yeah. Because
That's
I'm not
that's-
going to do it. I
That's
can't.
I
no,
can't.
because there be plenty of girls getting with this small dating pool. Everybody get with everybody.
Ooh, and that's
Like,
the problem.
Everybody get with
Is the
everybody.
problem.
That's
So
the
if you're
problem.
waiting around for somebody who's never been with anybody,
No. It's not that. It's you have been with someone that I'm close to, or that was a friend
Now
of
you
mine.
you
That
So
moving the
what it-
goalposts.
I guess
Close
it-
to is different.
yeah, I
or
guess.
that's a girl code thing, though. Like,
yeah, that's a girl
we're
code.
yes, talking
That's
about
how
girl
we
code. We're not
live
talking
by.
about just some random chick. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't know her, that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
But if me and her were friends, if we chatted it up, if we was acquaintances, and somebody she used to talk to, date, entertain, it's a no.
Yeah, exactly. It's a no for me, especially if they even had any type of physical touch. Like
Ooh,
you done
that
kissed
part.
him,
Woo.
you done even
Don't
held
even look
hands.
my
Like no,
direction.
because then I'm thinking like, nah, well he held her hand.
You can't even hold your hand right. That's all you thinking
Yeah,
about.
even with texting, like what was y'all texting
I mean,
about?
did you ask her
'Cause
these same questions you asking me?
Exactly. Nah,
You
we
held
can't
my
do that.
hand the same way you held her.
Exactly. I can't do that. I can't.
What do you think, Dre?
I think it leads me into mine.
Uh
You know
oh,
what
here
I'm
we
saying?
go.
If she choosing guy code,
Here we go.
you gotta let her choose.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't matter if she choosing. So say hypothetically, James show up with a girl named Becky, right? James show up with Becky. If we all go to a party and Becky start flirting with my man's Josh,
Josh got Becky there.
hey, if she choosing, you gotta let her choose. You can't cuff her and try to, nah, this one's mine. You gotta let her choose because we can't save him.
Yeah,
You
nah,
can't
facts.
save her. So if she choosing, let her choose. Don't be throwing and don't throw salt in his game because your game is weak.
Yeah,
So you
that's how it
can't
go.
don't talk about him. If both of y'all talking to the same girl, you can't throw salt in his game, bro. Can't do that. Geico.
I'm just trying to like see the situation because I'm appalled at the fact that you brought this girl to the
Let's
party.
not say
So y'all
brought.
are already
Let's not say brought. Brought might have been the wrong word. Let's say
Yeah, 'cause
Becky's at the party.
that's
and,
diabolical.
And James
Yeah.
and Becky
if you
been
don't bring a
texting.
girl with you
And
already
she-
and then she had eyes for your man, no.
Let's say, okay, so let's say we all at a party. And James had already previously been texting Becky. If Josh start talking to Becky and she going back with Josh, James can't get mad. We gotta let the
Yeah.
girl choose, bro. We can't come in cuffing him. It's a guy code. You don't cuff him. So if she willing to leave, you gotta let her leave.
But
You
does
can't just try to cuff her or get mad like, why are you talking to my girl? You can't do
Yeah,
that if y'all
nah, for
guys. Hey,
sure.
she chose, bro.
Yeah.
but
She
since
chose.
Becky was texting James already, does she know that James is Josh's friend already?
Right.
It don't matter.
It
if
don't
she knew or
matter
didn't.
if she know or if she don't know. At that point, she already chose.
Yeah,
She was choosing, and she went with Josh.
But everybody's single.
But you just said if they was texting, they off limits. Now you saying if
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's,
now
single.
everybody's single.
You see
You
how
right,
the
you
morals
right, you
see how
right.
the morals disappeared
But see, that's why I'm,
under
But
certain
we're just trying,
situations.
you know, okay.
See, because y'all was texting,
But
so
that's
it should have been off limits. But now it was just like, if she choosing, you gotta let her choose. Now she's single.
But you know what?
You
To go
can.
back to what y'all was saying about guys and girls' level of morals, I think that there are a group of women that hold to their morals tighter, But like the worst women are worse than the worst men.
Yeah, well,
Elaborate.
I think they both do. I think there's guys who are sneaky that act like they your mans, and then they be messing with your girl behind your back. And then there's girls
not your
who
mans.
act like they friends, and then they texting all the same guys.
But I'm
I
just
think it's-
saying, like,
and that's not your friend.
slimy version of women be worse than the slimy version of
Oh
men,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I think it just comes with like the culture of it and how we're supposed to keep stuff secret and all that stuff and not let anyone in and out and do all a bunch of stuff there and as far as number of men and stuff like that. I think when you hold on to those values and morals, then like yeah, but these women they don't hold on to those values or morals. So
no more.
it's not as sloppy, it's not as disgusting as what men are doing.
No, girls are definitely way more disgusting about it.
For sure.
Cause girls are just go on a date. Girls are just go on a date with one guy and then line up another date for the same week with a different guy and line up for a different guy. It's just
Yeah, we dating.
That's dating.
That's
Nah,
dating. They
gets
single.
worse
They
than
can
that.
do that.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with
just
Dating.
lining up multiple dates in the same week.
what's wrong with that?
You're not interested in anybody. You're just out here,
Free milling it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
free milling it. That's a term. Free milling it. See, I ain't even heard that before. That just lets me know that, like you said, they slimier.
Yeah.
How is that if she's going on dates?
And then it depends on the date. Like my friend, I'm not gonna say any names, but he just took a girl on like a $300 first date, which is wild, right? Which is wild. So if she's going on, $300 dates, something else is coming with it
Why?
Oh, my
Why is
God.
that the expectation? Why can't it just be a
because
date?
it was $300.
So
N-
because it's
nah.
$300, he's automatically entitled to the extra.
He's entitled to some dessert. Yeah. He's entitled to some dessert, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll pay for
'Cause,
dessert.
yeah,
Yeah, you
like
can
the
pay for the
dessert.
meal. I'll pay for dessert. You
Right.
got that. Kiss on the cheek. Good night.
Thank
Bye.
Kiss
you.
on the
Or I'll
cheek
pick up
and-
the tip.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a good enough
And
treat
that's it. See
for
you
the
later,
first
bye.
date.
Yeah, that's why you don't get a $300 date. That's why you go with 2 for $25. Because if you go with the $300, no.
But it's
No.
it's the same expectation.
For what?
Men have that same expectation. If it was the 2 for $25, he still think he.
I
was
mean-
No,
doing
no, no.
it.
2 for $25. It's cool. Have a good night. It was cool. $25. It's cool. The movies is more expensive than that.
Nowadays.
So the 2 for $25 is you not bugging about that. But $300.
Hey, they in the chat saying it's not tricking if you got it.
Oh,
Yes,
that
it
part.
It ain't tricking if you got
It ain't tricking if you got it. Hey.
What does it?
Just
Chad say?
Ross said lining
And
up
the
dates
dates
is
is
pretty
pretty
yucky.
yucky.
Free fooding.
Yeah, free
Ain't nothing wrong
milling it
with
is
some
crazy.
free-
So
free milling it.
so have
Don't steal my
have
word.
you ever free milled it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I actually, and y'all may think I'm lying, I actually do not think that it's okay to entertain someone that you don't have any thought of. Like, you have no intention of continuing to see this person. So
Yeah.
if I don't have any intention to talk to you, date you, see you, entertain you, I would not let you spend your money to take me out to eat. No, I don't care if it's a free meal or not. So for me, I do not be free mealing it. But if I like you, I'm free mealing it.
You gonna free mill it?
If I like you,
So
but I
would
believe
you-
in reciprocity, so it's gonna come with something on the back end. Not that.
There you go.
Not
There
that
you go.
kind.
That's
Not that
what I was
kind.
talking about.
Not that
It's gonna
kind.
come with something on the back end.
Not that.
There we go.
You gotta
Because
clip
I'm
it
not
right
giving
there.
them-
That's the
There
clip.
we go. Coming with
That's the
some-
clip.
There we go.
Context.
Nah, you're right.
I get what you're saying,
Nah.
girl. I get what you're saying.
Thank you.
I get what you're saying too.
Well, let me just
All right,
add this.
so,
Let me add this before we continue. Women get on podcast mics and lie every day. I'm not directing that towards us this podcast today. I'm just saying it happens very often.
Nah, but for real, like, you really feel like after this man done paid $300, you could just go home and just feel good about yourself?
Me personally,
No, just in general.
I think $300 for a first date, that is a lot. Okay.
Exactly. So
I
don't you
think-
feel like he deserves a lot?
That doesn't include sex. Yeah. Or-
Well, what else? What else can you offer?
Miss Amber Green.
What can you
What else
offer?
can
Made-
you offer?
Yeah, like
Miss
okay.
Amber
if-
Green
hold
made
on.
a good comment just for this. She said he chose to spend $300.
$300.
He should have called an escort if $300 made him feel entitled.
That part.
Okay, but what makes you feel entitled to $300? What
Wait,
does?
no. She wasn't entitled. That
No.
was his
Yeah.
money. He
But what
spent
I'm-
that.
He
What I'm-
chose to do that.
Yeah.
So what
she
I'm-
just went along.
So what I'm saying is, what
We
what
like
can-
steak. We
What
like
can y'all
free
offer
sides.
on a first date? Like, what can you really offer? If he has to like whatever pick you up, he has to take you on the date, he has to spend the money. What do you bring to the table besides a thank you?
Nah, this is where I feel like he be thinking that I'm
First of
switching
all,
sides
no,
because
it's not
I don't
just
think
asking.
First of all, when you date a woman, you should be dating her based on the kind of caliber of woman she is.
Exactly.
So if you
Y'all
taking
still
a
not
woman,
answering
no,
the question.
I'm answering you. A woman who you're taking to over $300, she is the table.
What?
End all be
I
all.
hate when
She
y'all
is-
say that.
She
What
is the table.
I hate when
Alright,
y'all
alright,
say
alright.
that. No, hold on. No, I hate when y'all say that. What does she bring to the?
What does she bring
what
to
does
the
she
table?
bring? Yes.
What do I bring to the table?
Yes. Okay. He's doing everything.
First of all, she must bring something because he wanted to take her
What?
anyway.
What
All right,
besides
wait,
looks?
let me add to this though, because this is where I stand with the whole like. I feel like it's a lot of people that feel like money is enough. I don't feel like money says anything about you other than you know how to make money. You feel me? So if you take a woman on an expensive date, that don't necessarily mean that you got much to bring to the table. Like money is just money.
Exactly. You could be abusive
Get
for
him
all
some
I
pom
know.
poms. Get him some pom poms over there. Okay. What are y'all bringing to the table? Like what?
First
what
of all,
what would
it's
make
the
us want to
caliber.
spend
Yes.
$300 on you?
The fact that
That
you
you
already spent it, the fact that you asked me on this date to do it, you seen something in me
That says
that
she worth this.
I could offer to you
Yep.
in order for you, for us to even be in this situation to be dated.
What do you bring
Wait,
to
wait.
the table?
I got
We
a question
bring-
for Dre.
Nobody's
I
answering
got a
the
question for
bring
Dre.
your
No,
worth,
somebody gotta
your
answer my
worth,
question.
your value.
What
Exactly,
is your-
worth,
what-
value?
Okay,
if
let's
I
not- let's
put
not scream, let's
$300
not
on the
scream.
table and all that stuff, then that mouth is shut.
What do y'all bring to the table, gang? What do y'all bring to the table? The man he's picking you up. He's picking the date. He's picking the restaurant. He's
Alright.
taking you to the restaurant.
That's a
What do you
choice,
have to
though.
offer?
Let's
That's a
do it this way though.
choice. You
Let's do it
can't-
this way.
Nobody's
can't
telling
put-
me what
You
y'all
Wait,
have
wait,
to
wait.
offer.
stuff
You're,
when
so
someone
you're
asks
looking
you.
for the physical of what a
I'm
woman
not
has
asking
to
for.
offer
I
to
didn't
match
say
the
physical.
300.
What you gonna
We-
say? Like you gonna say, I can keep him emotionally stable? Or
No, no,
something?
no.
That's
let's-
a lot for
That's
men
a
these
lot.
days. That's a lot.
Let's do it
That's
like
a
this,
job in
Dre.
itself.
Let's do it like this. Let's start off with your number of what a first date is at, right?
But get the
wait,
number.
Wait, no. This is how
No.
we're gonna do it. What traits would add to or take away from the price of the first date?
Okay, there's a lot.
Okay,
let's
well,
start.
break
Let's
it
start.
down.
Let's start
There's
at
a lot.
$50.
I
I
like
need a pen
this.
for this.
Let's start
I
at
like
let's
this.
start at $50 for the date. What's
Okay.
gonna add a
'Cause
takeaway
it's-
$10,
it's-
$15?
It's me versus a lot of pom poms today. I can already
no,
see
it's
that.
you versus
Alright.
your crazy value.
Okay, so
right?
let's break this down. Okay, if this is a first date,
Uh-huh.
what do y'all got? Like
What
if
do
it's-
you got?
if it's a first if it's a
Wait,
first if
what
it's
do
a
you
first if it's a first date, number one, if it's a first date, I just don't understand how y'all
Wait,
feel like
let's play the game. The starting date is $50. What's gonna add to or take away the
okay,
price that you're
a lot.
going to spend?
Is her nails done? Is her hair done? Does
Wait,
she
wait,
come
let's put a
dressed-
dollar amount on everything.
Okay.
On what it would bring it up and what it would take it down.
What will take up the date?
Yeah, what would take up the date and what would take
The
down
caliber of woman it is
Oh, so
going to
now
take
the
up the
caliber-
date.
it
All right, we
matters.
started.
That's
We
what
starting at
that's what we have to
$50.
bring. That's what we offer. That's what we offer.
We starting
Yeah,
at
the
$50.
caliber. So
Exactly.
caliber, traits, pros and cons.
Okay,
Does she
so
have,
we answered your
does
own
she
question.
have kids?
Okay, so if we're at 50 and she got kids, where's she at now?
Oh yeah, if she got kids and she how old is she? Because that
You
plays-
She
say
your age.
you-
She your age.
She my age.
Yeah,
She my age. She got a kid.
it's not. The end of the
That's
world.
not like 95% of people probably got kids at my age.
I don't know.
So at my age, if she got a kid, that's normal. Okay. So
And then if she don't have kids at your age,
she's a diamond in the rough.
All right. So how much?
go.
How
She's a
much?
diamond in the
So
How
rough.
much does that bring up the
Yeah.
date? How much extra on the
now
50?
we worth that $300 date.
No, not
No,
three.
no,
So
Not
the,
three.
the 50 go to
Not
what?
three.
The 50 go
We
to
went up, though.
the 50 go to
We
80?
definitely went up from 50.
Do it go up to 80?
oh, we passed 80 and shit. How old are you?
Dang, we making it personal.
Well, what's your age
Dang.
gap? Are you between
We making
30
it
and
personal.
35?
Yeah, we'll go there.
30, okay, you're between 30 and 35. So if a
35.
woman,
I'm
Okay.
35.
so if a
Big
woman,
dog, big stepper.
oh, okay.
Sorry,
So
this fine.
from 50, she ain't got no kids.
She
What's
don't
it
have
going
no
up?
Oh
to?
kids.
yeah,
She
we
said-
going up to 100 right there.
All right, boom.
Pow, she
All
ain't
right,
got no
boom.
kids.
So
We at
now let's go
100.
to nails. How much nails is
Her
Yeah.
nails are done.
But if they're white, drop down.
Nah, but they like-
25.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag. She
Okay,
got
they're
white nails.
elegant. They're elegant.
Okay, they're
They French
elegant.
tips.
She ain't
They
got
French tips.
Yeah, French tips. No, we're going down.
Oh,
What?
We're going down.
okay.
down how
Wow.
much? Down how much?
20.
All right, so now the hair done the way that you like the hair to be done.
Okay. Okay.
Now they're bringing that 20
we
back.
back up. I'll give
All right,
her,
back
I'll
up
give
to
her the
100.
20
Wait, what
back.
does the hair look like? Is it natural or?
Oh yeah, natural.
Oh, it has to be natural.
Natural.
So if
yeah.
it's not natural, she down.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Definitely.
Nah.
Definitely. If it's not natural, yeah, definitely. That's a notch.
Okay.
That's a notch. If it's
Okay,
if
how much to bring it down for the not natural hair?
let's say 25. Let's say 25.
So now you at now you at 75.
Is it a weave or is it a wig?
It's a wig. It's a nice wig though. It's a nice wig though.
It's a nice wig.
Invisible
like
lace.
front?
HD3.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Not the laces.
Lace
3D.
front.
I'm done.
Nah, but
Nah.
okay. If she has a kid, it's normal. So it's about average. If she has 2 kids, we're starting to go down. The more kids she has, the less interested I am. Because
3 kids, 1 man.
3 kids, 1 man, I'm still done. Don't even look at me. 3 kids? That's crazy. That's a lot.
All right, but they like high school age.
Oh, you was getting it in early because I'm only 35. So that means you was having them like fresh out of high school. So if your kids is high school age, and you was starting at like 17. You was starting like 17 or 18. So that means you've been getting it in for a while. You're really experienced.
All right, so what else would add to the price of the date? Is there
Yeah, because you
anything?
keep going down.
Is there
So
anything
come
that
on,
could
go
get you
up.
to
Yeah.
300?
If she's in church,
All right,
Okay.
so
You get a
so
boost.
it's going from
But-
100 to what?
500.
no way.
Okay,
No
we
way.
at
500 is
especially if she baptized, especially
Thank
if
you.
she filled with the Holy Ghost, especially if she done already brought 3 or 4 messages.
if she like comes speaking in tongues and stuff, nah. Nah.
You got to get the Holy Ghost.
Because this is the first date. Like, if we listening to
Okay.
like TD Jakes and stuff
On the first
on
date?
the first date, yeah, no. Nah.
What's wrong with the
I'm
good
trying to
one?
get to know you. I'm not trying to like go to church.
But what if that
we go
is
to
her?
church.
That is, I
you
feel like that
missing
is
your
kind of
blessing.
a
Nah,
red flag.
that's like a red flag though. Like if you come across, I feel like honestly, if you come across like too holy,
yeah,
it's
they
like
hide something.
That no, because
Nah.
that only means that you not where you need to be in your faith walk.
no.
All right, let me
no,
ask you
no,
this.
no, no.
Yeah, we're not
Let me ask you this: When was the
You
last?
don't even need to drop 300.
When was the
Just
last
say,
time-
bye-bye. Oh, my mama
When was the last
calls.
time you spoke in tongues on the first date? Since that's normal. When was
That's
the
what I'm
last time you
saying.
was?
Like if you call her on the phone and it's just too holy, it's not even normal conversation. It's just, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm blessed, wonderfully, wonderful,
and highly
blessed,
favored.
highly
God
favored.
is good.
Holy
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, like come on, like okay, I
Okay.
get it. You're in
Yes.
the church, I'm in the church too. Okay,
Yes.
cool. But then
Overselling
everything
your
is just
faith
like
is what you're saying.
exactly. That's like a
Okay.
red flag because I feel like if you doing all that, you trying to hide something.
All right, wait. Let's
It's not
finish.
natural.
We got to finish our clip. $100. She go to church. What that bring it up to?
I mean, there's a limit. I'm not going past 150.
On the first date? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going past 150 because I'm trying to get to know you. I might not even like you.
Okay.
I might go on this first date with you and realize like you can't hold a conversation,
Nah,
or
that
I
happen a
might
lot.
realize like you smack when you eat or something like that. I might be turned off. So
Alright,
I'm not
so-
gonna spend $300 just to realize I don't like you. That's stupid.
All right, so let's say it's like this, right?
First date should be no more than I feel like $50.
50
That's
is
low.
crazy.
That's low.
Because if you go to the movies, it's not gonna cost you 50.
But why are we sitting in the dark on our first date?
Okay, if you go out to eat, you can go to normal places like whatever. I'm not gonna say like a buffet.
This
That's
nigga
kind
gonna
of
take
crazy.
somebody go to corral
Yeah,
on the
I'm not gonna
first
say a
date.
buffet. I'm not gonna say a
I'm not no
buffet.
Golden Corral girl.
But I
I'm not
feel
no
like-
McDonald's girl.
but I
if
feel
we
like-
going to Chili's, I'm not 2 for $25. I'm getting a meal.
Yeah,
The
but
little
even if you get a
fajitas.
meal,
Better
but
see.
that's what I'm
Some.
saying. Even if you get a meal, your meal not gonna be more than $25.
But why
I
is on
don't-
first
But
date
it
is that all
I don't
she
think
worth?
that that's like.
Why is she worth more? We're just trying to get to know each other.
But here's
That's
where
the
I
man,
stand.
though.
I feel like if I don't already get to know you to an extent, like we gonna have some conversations before the first date. Cause
Yeah,
I'm
but still, the first date, you're your first time in person though. So on the phone, yeah, like you say, people
But-
lie on the podcast. So on the phone, yeah, everybody's gonna say everything. Okay, guy code. I'm gonna give you a nugget right here, right? When you on the first date, you talking on the phone, right? Before the first date,
Right.
You saying like, oh, so what is some stuff you don't like in guys? And then you be like, man, I hate a liar. What's my comeback? Oh my gosh, like I would never lie to you. I hate
Never.
liars
Very
too.
true.
Liars get on my nerves.
Very true.
What's your favorite color? Purple.
Oh,
Really?
that's my favorite
Girl,
color,
that's my
too.
favorite color too. I can't believe that. My favorite
Must
color,
be.
purple
What's your
too.
favorite color? Yellow.
So, tell me something about you, like tell me something about yourself. Yeah, I'm really goal driven, and I really just love the Lord. Jesus, I go to church every Sunday. I run the cameras. Like I just can't get enough of Jesus. Like I'm
Honestly,
saying everything that's
one
gonna
of-
excite you, but
one
you're
of-
gonna see different once we get on that first day. You're gonna be like, he don't really go to church like that because this nigga was cussing every other word.
That
You're gonna
part.
realize some stuff. So why would you spend $300? That's a dumb investment.
But that also depends on the person taking
Yes.
you. If that friend felt fit to take this girl to, let's just say, Ruth and Chris here in Albuquerque,
Yeah.
then he literally felt like she
She
was
was worth it.
getting
Exactly.
taken.
So that's okay.
That's
to
how
that
he
place.
felt. So that's why he got to have some
So
real
you
friends in his
cannot
corner
No,
to
no,
keep him
no,
into
no.
perspective.
Are you real
Like,
friends
yo,
or are you player hating?
No,
You
why
cannot
would we
knock
hate?
him.
It's my guy. I want him to succeed. I
Here's
don't
my
want
thing,
him
though.
to be out here. I don't want him to be out here trying to find the one that he really like, and then he done spent $300 on 4 different girls to find out they not the one.
But you
But,
can't knock him
but here's
for
the thing,
that.
though. I
You
feel
can't
like
knock him for that.
I feel like there's so many different factors that go into dates. Because it's like, let's say you meet a girl. Let's say you working Big Papa's, right?
Yeah.
You meet a girl.
Shout out Big Papa's Barbecue and more. We'll be out there
Let's go,
Saturday. but
Saturday.
Yeah,
my
she,
bad.
she out there. She out there at the Yaffle event.
Yeah.
You see her. She looking good. You get her number.
Yeah, get a turkey leg.
After that, yeah, y'all start chopping it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And y'all may kick it, and it's not even a little date. Y'all may just, hang out, whatever. Like, I feel like there's so
That's
many
cool.
factors that change. Because if the first date is like the 10th time y'all hung out,
That's
it
not a
could be
first
di-
date at that point.
No,
but
that's their
think
first
about
outing.
it.
No, technically.
Who really, like,
Who really what?
women not going on dates these days?
No, they ain't. Dudes be trying to just straight kick it at the crib.
They going straight to
y'all
Netflix and
but
chill off
women
the-
accept that. Y'all accept that. So why would we change that if y'all accept it? If y'all cool with going to the taco truck versus going to Ruth Chris, take her to the taco truck. She happy with the tacos. Why are we sitting here trying to make her like steak? She don't like steak. She like tacos. Take her, buy this little $15 taco plate,
Well, I
have a
guess-
good time.
I guess you're taking a chance on that because
Thank you.
if you take me to McDonald's or like
We're
I
not
said,
saying
Chili's
McDonald's.
and making me use a coupon, no, I'm not for that.
So what's wrong
No.
with him saving money?
Because there's a caliber that I want to date.
That's gold digger.
No,
Wait,
it's
wait,
not.
wait,
That's
That's
a gold digger.
Wait, wait, wait. Hold on, hold on.
That's a gold digger.
No, it's not.
What does it matter that he
Personally,
uses
me,
a coupon?
I am not going
She said for
to
her
date
standards.
a guy who is not on my caliber.
All right, so
Yo,
how
tell
much?
me-
If you're using
You-
a coupon on a first date for me, that just shows me no, we just not compatible.
That's
This is not just
stupid.
gonna
Not
work.
on the
'Cause the
first
man-
date.
Why?
Because
He's saving money. What does it matter to you how much money he saved
If
if
you
you had
try-
a good time?
Paul, if you trying to save money, why are we going on a date anyway?
All right,
Why
all
are we
right,
trying to
wait,
waste
wait,
money?
wait, wait.
What?
Why are we trying to
Alright.
waste money?
For the ladies though,
Anyway.
how much do a man got to make
Make what, like
a year?
yearly?
What's his annual
annual
salary
income?
that's gonna make it like, all right?
Honestly, when it comes to me, if you live in check to check, that it's a no for me. I want you to be able to live comfortably. So whatever
Alright.
your number is to live comfortably.
But what if him not living check to check consists of some coupons here and there, and on the first date?
Okay, hey, because I'm gonna clip a coupon from time to time, so that's different.
Okay,
but she's not on no date.
Not on the first
That's
date.
what I'm talking
I
about. Is
feel
on the
like
first
Bro,
date.
y'all-
But
down
I
the
also
line.
would like the man that I date to have as much money as I, if not more.
Okay, how much you
Amen
got
to that.
then?
How much do I got, or how much do I make? Boy,
Nah, wait, okay, but here's the thing, because then y'all gonna complain. Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain. What if coupons is what he can maintain, and
No,
that's what
but
he introducing on
why-
the first date?
And that's cool for him, but that's not cool for me. We don't need to go on another
What
date.
is the
We don't need to do it. I'm not
what is
calling
the
you
con
again.
to
And I'm gonna
using-
text you and ask, are you
Okay.
gonna use a coupon
I don't
again?
have a problem with saving money.
Oh, I'm busy.
Okay, so look,
I'm gonna use
it's
a
first
coupon,
date.
but we're just saying on the first date.
What I don't even
I just think
understand.
it sets a precedent that you just ain't got it. Like it
He
just
ain't got it because
But
he
some-
wanted because he's saving money.
on a first date.
All right, but hold on. Let's
First of
let's
all,
go
where
back
are we
to
going where
wait,
you can
let's-
have a coupon?
Okay,
Every
at the
restaurant
restaurant?
got coupons.
Yeah, he
If
might get a
you-
Groupon. He might pull the
mean?
app out.
If you want to argue about saving money, then you cannot rate a girl on the caliber when she goes.
Thank you.
I want to save money
What?
to eat this or do that later. I don't need my nails done. I don't need this big lavish hairstyle.
We never said we was gonna pay for none of that. You was
No,
going,
but you
and
said
we didn't say
saving
if
money.
she shows up.
No, you said we saving money. You can't date a guy like that. How you gonna get mad at him or do all that when he's like just saving money? Well, why don't we save money?
wait.
Because it
But-
takes a lot. It takes a
No,
lot of money
there's-
to get
okay,
ready for a first
there's-
date
It
when you
sure
get
do.
ready.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that's two totally different things. If you're coming with your nails not done and your hair not done and your makeup not done, that is your physical appearance. We're talking about saving money. Like if he pays with a credit card, if he pays with cash, if he pays with a gift card, what does it matter if you had a good time? The conversation might have been good. You still had a good time, and everything is going great on the date. And then he pull out the coupon. Now it's I can't date him because he used the coupon.
Hey,
No,
wait,
that
let's
sounds- but
wait,
it's
let's go
smooth.
That
back.
don't even make sense.
Let's go
to
back
me.
to what we were
If you
saying though.
smooth with it though,
Then yes.
if you smooth with
Now
it,
it's
the
if he's
girl's not
smooth
even
with it. Oh
paying
my
attention.
goodness. If he's smooth
Yeah,
with it.
how
So
do
if
you
he
know
slide
why
it
you-
where you can't see it, it's okay.
No,
That is
no,
ridiculous.
No,
Don't need to
because
see
it
it on the
depends
first
on
date.
how
That's
the date
crazy.
is going.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because
wait.
if
You just
you're
said if you
vibing
use
with
a-
him, if you're really vibing with this dude, if you're really just like really vibing with him, you're not gonna even pay attention to that.
That's
anyways.
all perspective. That all just goes off
It's the
perspective.
truth.
Just like like this, right? If there's a guy that's interested in you, then you would say, "Oh, he got to apply that pressure," right? And you would be like, "Yeah, I like it." He texted me. He asking me, "Did I eat?" He asking me how my day went.
Okay.
You think that, yeah, right? Yeah, I like that. You just answered that, right? You said, "Okay,
Okay.
right?" He applying pressure. But if another dude do it and you not interested, now he a stalker.
But I was just about to
Now
say
he a stalker. Now this
depending
guy
on-
bug. Now it's all based off perspective. If he
Depending
try to
on how
holler
much
at
It's
you in the
based off
street,
of interest at that point.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
interest.
It's based off interest and
Ex-
what you willing to do and what
Yeah.
you willing to go
'Cause
for and all that.
if
Some
somebody
girls like that.
I'm not interested in is applying pressure. That's very uncomfortable. Sir.
But the
I
other
know.
side of that,
So now
Exactly.
it's like he's like bugging.
Yes,
right?
if I'm
He
not
a
interested
stalker.
in him.
But if you interested, now you like it. Now he applying pressure.
But
because
the
it's a
other side of
mutual
that
interest.
is if a girl like you,
Mutual
it don't
interest.
matter what the first date was like.
It sure don't.
You-
She just
you
wanna
could take
be in
her-
your
Exactly.
skin.
you could take her
That's what I
anywhere.
said.
But that's
It-
my point.
It depends
when it
on
comes
how it
to
go. The guy might slip in the coupon and slip in the gift card.
But
That's
now,
That
fine.
part.
so that's what I'm saying. It don't matter if he use a coupon or not. If you had a good time,
Yeah.
that's what I've been trying to say
No,
the whole
you
time.
were saying
Y'all was
how
saying
you
if
don't
he
want
use a
another
coupon,
dude to be saving, and we don't like men saving because they use a coupon. That was your point.
I said, yeah, if he's saving money, it don't matter. But you were saying no. If he uses a coupon, it's no. It's
No,
a
I'm
no-go.
talking about we sit down. We go to this place. We sit down.
So
and
it
he's
matters
telling me,
when he
"Yo,
applies the coupon.
I need 2 for 25. You need to order off the 2 for 25.
Like if he's
We
limited.
never said it like that. We just said if he uses a coupon.
Oh, well, I don't mind.
All right,
that.
so let me ask this, right?
Shoot, I might have one in my purse.
That's
Both
my
of
point.
y'all-
Y'all be so indecisive.
All right, now both of y'all,
Emotional.
No,
right?
I
It
said
just
you can have a
depends.
coupon, just not on the first date. That's
mutual
all I said.
interest.
All right, both of y'all not gold diggers, right? Both of y'all not gold
I
diggers.
don't know because
So-
she just said
But
how
let's-
much do he make?
but
He
let's
gotta
ask
make
this,
more
though.
than me.
Nah,
And
so on the
it's
scale-
in the middle, it's
I
getting
said same, if not more.
Okay,
same
but
if not more.
That
But
means
if it's
gold
less,
digger.
but if it's less,
You better
he's
correct
out of the
him.
picture. Right?
but hold on
for
though.
her.
For me.
For her.
Exactly.
Because
But-
I have accustomed myself to my kind of lifestyle. So for somebody, I need you to have your lifestyle set too.
So
you can't come
why
over
do
here
a-
and try to maintain mine
Wait, let me
and yours.
let me ask y'all this though.
Go ahead.
If so, y'all not gold diggers. On the scale of how much money matters, how much do money matter?
It just depends.
It depends because you can have a dude who make bank and he could be worth nothing.
Nothing.
And
So,
then you can have
alright.
a dude who rubbing two niggas
That's
together
where-
and be a king.
That's where
So-
the guys feel like the girls is more slimier because guys will take you for whatever. So most of the time y'all don't make as much as us. Most of the time y'all don't bring as much as we bring to the table, but we're still willing to invest in you. But if that guy is not at a certain criteria for y'all, you're not willing to invest. You just said he got to make just as
No.
much.
Willing
Or-
to invest is different than how much he make.
No.
Yes.
All right, so how much is you willing to invest?
If I really want this person, I'm willing to give it what it's
So
worth.
he from the bottom.
Wait, what is bottom?
He
Wait,
from
All
the
right, no,
bottom.
wait.
You gotta use
he
the
got a
word.
He
studio.
just got out of. He just
Nah,
got
now
out.
you adding stuff that
Yeah,
add to
'cause-
character.
Yeah, 'cause
Let's
that's
do it
a
like
no
this.
For me.
He in
Listen,
y'all been
I
hanging
didn't
out.
say
Just
it.
got out now.
Nah.
Hold on.
Dang, gotta have
No,
a wear.
that's
So let's do it like
I was
this.
gonna say
Get
he
out
just,
of nothing.
I was
No
gonna say he
divorce,
just
no
got
nothing.
out of a marriage, right?
Nah.
So now just because a man has a divorce, you don't want him?
Oh no.
You don't want him. So why is that a bad thing though? He tried to get with somebody, it didn't work out, and now they went their separate ways.
I have been lucky enough not to have been married just yet, and I
Yeah.
do not have children. And Aubrey, desire for my partner to come to the table with the same, not have already had children and not have already.
But that's
been
kind of
married.
hard at 30. They gonna have children
Not
typically.
Not too much.
Oh, my fault.
God will provide.
Okay, but from
Thank you.
in a
Jesus'
certain
name.
in a certain age range, men is gonna have some kids by now. Just like women.
Woo.
Women are gonna have
know it.
kids at this point. It's just now based off how many kids and how many baby fathers or baby mothers could make a huge difference. But once you reach over a certain age limit, most people have kids. Majority have kids.
They do.
So it will be kind of, I guess you're settling yourself short
Uh,
if you don't consider that.
Okay, I will date a man who has previously been married if, let's say, he's a widow.
She got to
Oh,
die.
God. Yo, if she ain't died, we not talking. If she breathing, if she standing on this earth, she died. Nah, wait. So let's set it up like this.
That's
right?
crazy.
Let's say the dude.
She got to be a
Lord.
widow.
Let's
What
say
did
the,
the chat say about that? I'm sure the chat
they haven't
has.
said nothing yet.
She gotta
But
be
let's say the
gone.
dude around your age, right?
Okay.
Y'all hang out, y'all talk on the phone, y'all meet at the grocery store. You in Target or Whole Foods, you know what I'm saying? You see him, he look good, he came up to you, talked to you, asked for your
All
number.
right.
Y'all been talking a little bit, and y'all start dating. The date's is cool, nothing crazy. Y'all at Chili's, he ain't pull out a coupon, but
All right.
y'all, you know.
Okay, we on the
Eventually, you go to the man's house, and he in a studio apartment with the air mattress.
Okay.
You cool with that?
I'm gonna say, let's talk about like how long have we been here? Because if we've been here for a year, maybe two, we need to start game planning. What we doing next? What you need help with? What contacts can I reach out? Well, hey, how can we get you from here to something else? If it's fresh though, I'm gonna give him a little time to get on his feet. But I ain't gonna automatically X-nay him out now.
All right,
But if he been there about 2 years, ooh, we gonna have to have a talk.
Yeah.
cool.
Or that's maybe
an
just
acceptable
something
answer.
we can offer. Like if I'm investing in
That's
this
what I'm
dude
saying.
like
That's
that,
when we
then
decide if an
I
investment
think
is
as a
worth it.
woman, that's what we can offer.
So you
Because
gonna buy
we
that
can
nigga a
turn
bed
a
frame?
house into a home.
If that's what he need, and we like, if that's literally the only area where he falling a little bit short, but he's educated, he on his stuff, like we really on the vibe, yes, because you ain't living with me. So yes, what can I do to keep you in your place?
Exactly. And I'll help you decorate. Let's go
And-
look at some bed stuff.
Sure, we'll
Let's
get
go
you
get some little pictures.
Candles and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
look
Some
up.
appliances.
I'm cool with
Look,
that.
that's
Now,
investment.
Dre,
Yes.
Dre, what are you investing in a woman?
Nothing, because he want
What
the
am I?
nails to be done.
I'm just
First,
saying,
he
okay.
better not be ashy.
Nah.
Ronell
Well,
said
I'm s-
widow is crazy.
Yeah, widow was wild. Like she gotta die.
Evergreen said
That's
not a
crazy.
widower.
That was crazy.
And
But,
then back to the rich and the money and stuff like that. Lucianne said, I had a girlfriend say it's better to cry in a Bentley than a Honda. I'm not that girl. Needless to say, she's mistreated and still looking for her husband.
That part.
yeah.
Because I'm going to cry in my Honda.
All right, Dre. So
Exactly.
what are you investing? Same situation.
Belts
You
squeaking
met
and all.
you met her
I'm
at
different.
Target.
I'm not saving them. I'm not saving these girls out here. If
He
I
gonna
was
leave her on the
single,
air mattress.
hypothetically, I'm not saving them because, like they said, they wasn't saving us. So why do we just turn around and want to say they're
Nah, they just said they.
No,
We
I'm
just
saying-
gave a perfectly example of
Yes.
investment.
Yeah, she would buy you a bed frame.
Yeah.
Would you buy a woman a bed frame?
Forget that. I'm not doing all that investing because if a girl, like, okay, if guys have trauma, Girls don't be caring. They just be like, "Oh, he a
No.
broke."
That's not true.
Wait,
That's
I'm,
not
not,
true.
I'm
Hold
talking
on, stop.
about y'all.
He
I'm
said
talk-
girls
I
don't
know.
care. Women care.
Women
Okay.
do.
Girls don't care.
All over social media, you hear women talking about guys being broke,
But-
not having no money. They can't deal with them. Her first reactions was, "Let's see if he makes just as much as me or he doesn't."
Women be lying. Let me tell you
I
one
know
thing.
they be
All of
lying,
these
so that's what I'm
standards
saying.
is gonna go out the window soon as they find somebody
That's-
they like.
exactly.
It don't matter. They
Wait a minute.
no the
Play my
standards.
shit,
Hold on, wait.
Wait.
The standards go out the window.
And don't-
If he a good dude, he might have got. We in a recession right now. Let's say his company was they don't exist anymore. He got laid off, and that's the
Okay.
situation he in. He not really making much. He might be door dashing and Ubering here and there. The
That
standards gonna
is-
go out the window
that's
if you like
different.
him.
There's certain criteria. We're saying if you've been at your job steady in your career and you're complacent with making this a little, and you don't have no growth, ain't looking for growth. Yeah, no. No, because like I said, I uphold my lifestyle in a certain way. So if you are trying to come into covenant with me, how you gonna take care of both of us?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
That's
I feel
all
like
I'm saying.
when it comes to
That's
me,
how
me-
that relationship is at. If he's doing all this and you still girlfriend, you can't be doing wife duties
And
still in a
can't-
girlfriend position. My
Ex-
job at
I
that point
agree
as
with
a
that.
girlfriend is to just encourage you, not to lay down my life and break down my back and all that stuff at that point to make you get where you need to go, but encourage you, be there for you if you need an listening ear.
Pray for you
Emotionally
every day.
support you, pray for you. Now,
Yes.
as a
Hey.
wife, I'm like, let's get this bag. We need to get you. You apply here, you apply there. I'm gonna work this McDonald's. I'm gonna work Best Buy and do what I
So,
need
I
to
feel
do.
like for me, anybody around me, period, gonna boss up being with me. Like whether you my girl or you just my homies, what everybody around me gonna come up.
See,
Because that's just how I operate. Like
Oh,
we gonna figure out how to grow in some way. Like every single person that I interact with, like we gonna do something that's gonna build. So if you my girl or we dating or whatever, I don't know. If you dating me, it's gonna be a come up. Like-
that's where we disagree, because I'm not saving these girls out here. If I was single, I'm not saving these girls for what? Why am I gonna go over here and help her get on her feet, help her get through college,
'Cause you
help
like
her
her.
do all that just because she cute? There's a lot of girls
Nah,
out
not
here is
just
cute.
because she
no,
cute.
I'm not doing it.
It's
I'm-
other factors.
If she not a hustler already, then I can't fool with you, bro. If
I don't
she
know.
not already hustling, because I'm out here hustling. I'm out here grinding.
what does
I'm out
hustling
here
look like though?
Hustling looks like a lot of things, but we're gonna talk about legal things. Hustling is having your own business,
Yeah.
right? Hustling is having your own business, taking care of your responsibilities, doing what you got to do so you can be the best version of yourself. If she not already on that, I'm not gonna try to coach her to be locked in.
That's
I'm looking
where-
for somebody who's already locked in, because I'm already locked in. I already got stuff going on.
But you was born in the 1900s. It's a little
Yeah,
bit of a
you're
difference.
in
Ah.
2022,
Not too
so
much.
you be saving them. You be
Nah,
saving
nah.
them, and that's
Nah.
the
So
she
problem.
don't
You
have
be
her
trying to
own
save them,
business?
and how many people done saved them? How many have you tried to save and they done drowned? You took them to the deep waters and they done drowned out there. How many times? You've
I
done
don't
this.
have, I don't have, I don't
this is
have
a
no
repeating
comment. I don't have
cycle.
no comment about that. But what I will say is the way I see it, especially at my age, like you young, it could be stuff you just haven't been exposed to. Like for me, I've been a business owner since I was 15. Like I was
The
just exposed
point is,
to
when
a
it
lot
comes
of
to
other
these
things.
females, you be trying to save them.
It's
And they
okay.
be dying. They be out here dying, and you be trying to save them. They was coming from just wearing them little flea market flat shoes, and you trying to put them on.
Some of them shoes
And
is
you be
cute.
trying to
I
put
don't
them
know what
on
you
these
talking about.
Balenciagas,
Nah,
and
wait,
they,
wait, wait.
and they
Right
can't
now.
wear these Balenciagas.
And they got some cute little
Hey,
Keep
shoes
hey.
them
on
in the
them, whether
flat.
they be fake
Keep
or
them in the
not.
flat flea market shoes.
Nah.
Nah, look
Them is
though.
cute. If they
I didn't
wear that,
gave
it's
up.
a good deal.
I didn't
That's
gave
saving
up
money.
on putting people
Right.
on and stuff.
We can save money there.
If she a Ross type girl, I'm gonna let her keep thinking Ross is
Nah,
all the world
you
got to
don't.
offer. I
You
don't-
be trying to. You
Hey,
be
there's
trying
nothing
to
wrong with
take them
Ross.
to all these expensive places that they not even
Hey.
accustomed to. Let them stay over there. Find a girl in Balenciaga. Talk to her. She used to it. You trying to
First of all,
talk to
I don't be in Balenciaga.
you trying to talk to
Albuquerque
these
don't got a
Ross girls
Balenciaga.
and then trying to take them to another level. Forget all that. But we gonna need to go on to a new
I
subject.
think it depends
right?
on caliber when it comes to that. That type of girl you explaining with that already is in her hustle and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that's your caliber girl.
Exactly.
James is just a real gentleman and he's nice.
it's okay.
And he has a soft spot
Yeah.
for women, and that's okay.
He
But
got a soft spot.
my
and
warning to you
they
is
running
be
through it.
careful who you
Please.
surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah,
for
careful who
sure.
you let into that
But I
space.
feel like- But I
Because-
feel like here's the thing. I set boundaries. I know what's gonna be like a.
Okay, so
feel me?
what do you consider setting a boundary? Because you know the difference between a boundary and a wall.
Break
Yeah,
it down
nah,
for
for
him.
sure. Nah, I
Break it
nah,
down
let's, nah, let's take
Break
it
it
there.
down for him, Aubrey.
Nah, let's take
That
it
needs
there.
some claps.
Let's take it there because I know. Here's how I look at it. Right,
Mm-hmm.
it's barriers in every state of access. Right.
All right.
This is one of my mentors said the way that you have a good heart without being violated is you understand that you have a good heart, but you don't assume that everybody else has them. So
Okay.
you have your boundaries of like, all right, this how much access somebody gonna get on the front end, right?
Mhm.
Like a simple boundary, like, all right, if I had something I was supposed to do, I'm not canceling that to kick it with her. I'm not gonna do something that's gonna jeopardize my future for somebody who might
Yeah,
not
especially
even
when
be
it comes
here
to
down
making
the line,
money.
Okay.
right? So it's like it's boundaries like that. You feel me? So I know what the difference between putting up a wall and setting a boundary is for sure. But also, I'm not doing nothing that like I heard somebody say like I'm not gonna do something for my girlfriend that's gonna jeopardize my life for my wife. I could be if I'm trying to flash and take on vacations and do all this stuff and I don't got it and it's gonna set my future life back. I'm not gonna do that. I'm never gonna be the one who says yes to a girlfriend. So now I gotta say no to the wife. So everything that I'm doing now, I'm okay with it not turning into anything. You gotta understand that everything's a gamble. Dealing with human beings is a gamble.
Definitely.
So if you're gonna spend
better
time with
school the
somebody,
game.
you gotta be willing to spend time and understanding you're not gonna get that. You may not get that back. You may not get whatever money you spent on a date back. If you're not willing to give this and not get it back on the front end, then you're not moving right.
Definitely.
Okay, we got to move on to the next subject though. We can't last on this one forever. All right. So one of the guy codes is, if your friend's girl call you and she asks, "Was my man over there with you last night?" The answer should always be yes. As the guy code, you got to stick with your friends and you got to just say, "Oh yeah, he was here."
Okay.
You got to lie for your friend.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
I
Because
feel
You
my
got to
girl
lie for
said,
your
"Hey,
friend. You got to lie for your friend.
we
Is
gonna do the
Aubrey
same-
with you?
Yep.
Is she with? Yeah, she right here.
Yeah.
She in the bath. He in the bathroom.
Bathroom.
Yeah, you gotta lie for your friend. And I'm lying and bigging my friend up whole time.
Definitely.
So if my friend is a dog, I'm
Okay.
lying for him. I got to, because that's my boy.
So if you know your man's is married in covenant in a relationship and
Yeah.
you will watch him cheat, would you say something to him or would you let him just cheat?
Say something to my man's
Yeah.
or say something to his girl.
No, to him.
Oh yeah, to him I'ma tell him like, yo, you got a good one at home. Like you gotta watch how you moving out here. You don't want to jeopardize what you got going on at home. I'ma tell him that. But if she asks me, did you see him with anybody? No, I'm lying whole time. I'm lying the whole time.
And
I'm
if the
lying.
girl he kicking it with walk up to you like, is he single? You gonna
You gotta ask him. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm,
nah, facts.
I'm not gonna.
He a
I'm
grown
not
man, I
gonna do
don't
that.
know.
I'm gonna just say, hey, you gotta talk to him about it. I don't know what he got going on. I'm gonna
Facts.
say that. I'm not gonna mess up the situation. I'm not gonna mess up the play. I'm gonna just run my route. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run my route. I'm not gonna ruin it for him.
Yeah, and that goes with some of the girl codes that we have. That I have is standing up for your friends when they're not there, but it's also
Yes.
riding for your friends. Like
Yes.
my best friend could tell me, could be arguing with someone and say the sky's yellow. I'm gonna be like, yeah, the sky's yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be riding, but in the car,
I'm gonna be like, girl,
I'ma
you
be
know
like-
that sky was blue.
Yeah.
Now you know
Right.
that sky
Yeah.
was blue.
Now this is the 13th time you done got in an altercation. There's got to be some line we got to
Yes.
like draw the line. Like you can't just fight everyone and expect me to have
No.
your back like that. Like no, that's not how I move. That's not how I operate. So
That
that's a
part.
boundary you set within friends' lines. But then like it should be
So
reciprocated.
it sounds like we all on the same page as far as that. Are you lying
Yeah.
for your friend?
Oh yeah.
All
And it's
of-
not lying.
It's lying.
It ain't.
Definitely lying. She was not at your house last night. That's a lie.
She was. I didn't say she stayed there. She came to the house.
She called you.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
never there.
And I'm gonna make sure she come to the house so that I ain't telling no lie. I'm like, come to the house. Where you go after you leave the house is between you and God.
It just depends. It depends
Yeah.
on the situation. Because I even have some girl codes with via text.
Yes.
Send me something and I know what it means. Yeah,
Literally.
411. Oh yeah, I know
Yep.
what that means. Fire. Yeah, I know what that
exactly
means.
what
So
that means. A star.
exactly. You
I
know,
hey, we got codes.
we
You got a red flag one too. Red
okay.
flag is if a girl's with you and if she lay with you every single night and she putting her head down by you, but then she get on social media and talk negative about you, you gotta cut her off.
Oh, for
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
cut her
crazy.
off.
yeah. What?
Got to.
Yeah,
That's got code.
I
You
feel
can't be
ya.
with these girls that's just talking crazy or always want to make Facebook posts, Instagram reels talking crazy about you, but you helping her every day.
Yeah,
You gotta cut her off.
I agree.
No toxic relationships in 2025.
Yeah, I have to stay silent on this one because I have a lot of people on my social media that be doing that. Sometimes even my married ones, I be like texting them or writing them like, take this off. Take this off.
If she'd say anything
Everyone don't
that's
need to see
her
this.
personal life that's not advertising on social media, you should probably cut her off. If she get on there just spilling emotions, writing paragraphs for the world to see,
That's a red flag.
Yes,
Especially
for
if
sure.
you're
Oh, I was
married.
just asking.
yeah,
I don't do
Sure.
it. I was just
yeah,
asking.
that's
Yeah,
definitely
I feel
a
like
red flag.
especially if you're married, ladies don't do that. Confining someone, because at the end of the day, if you married and he didn't really even do nothing that wrong, and you're just emotional, you posting
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he doesn't listen to me. He doesn't do that." You're setting in like something out there already in the atmosphere about your man. Like you can't do
All right,
that.
let me ask y'all this:
And women gonna
how do y'all look at the people who do that when you see somebody, you see your man's his wife on social media talking about him? How you now looking at this nigga?
She trash.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it. She trash.
but also
Ain't
like,
no other way around. She trash.
and this sorry nigga still with her, like,
Yeah, and he walking around with the trash.
yeah.
That's how I
You was
feel.
passionate
I feel
about
like
that
she
one.
trash. If she do that, she trash.
I tell my friends, like, I just be honest with them. Whether I text them, whether I write them, I'm just like, yeah, you shouldn't be posting that.
I don't
Everything
have
you
friends
can be,
that do stuff like
text
that.
me.
Yeah, neither do
Call
I.
me if you want to vent and you want to just cuss this dude out like he's right there. Like, just don't post stuff like that. Don't do it on social media.
Yeah, the posting on social media is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Somebody put
Oh,
something
we
in
got
the
a
chat.
couple chats.
Yeah.
Miss Carolyn Foster said that happened to me. A husband was looking for his wife because she told him she was at my house. He called. I told him she was not at my house. The truth shall set you free.
Oh damn. She said y'all ain't lying.
Who said that?
Miss Carolyn Foster.
Carolyn said you on your own. sis.
Yeah.
Nah.
Lucy Ann says, story time. One day, me and my married friend went out and she slipped off with another man. And she told me if her husband called, say I'm with you.
Yeah.
Her husband called looking for her. I couldn't lie for her. I said, I don't know where she is. I really can't do that.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
That's crazy. I'm lying for mine. I ain't gonna. I'm lying.
Well,
Where was James at last
That's what-
night? He was with me. But you,
I think that's
we was watching the
where-
game.
I think you get one freebie. But if you like are in covenant with somebody and you like are really sneaking and geeking on your husband, at some point I'm gonna be like, hey, girl.
But also it comes
keep
in
me out
with
of it.
like friend covenant too. Because if
Yes.
this friend
That
is
part.
knowing you're living for God,
Yep.
knowing you don't want to lie, knowing you don't want to do that, why are they putting you in a situation like that? They should respect your morals when it comes to what you profess as far as your religion, what you live by, which is God's word, and what you proclaim, which is Christianity. So living for God, your friend shouldn't even put you in that situation. So then that goes into worldly friends when you have that, as opposed to having a Christian friend who might still even do that. Because I know there's Christians who do that.
Oh, for sure.
So it's time to
mean-
cut that off.
Yes.
Because you don't want a
Also-
friend that'll put you in that situation anyways.
Yes.
But just know, if you my best friend and you my girl, like, I'm riding for you. I can't even.
It also gets to a point that if, and this goes for men too, if you can cheat on the person that you're in covenant with, that you took a vow before God,
Yeah, for sure.
then you
You
can do
sloppy
me any
up.
kind of way.
you can't be trusted. If you cheating
Yeah,
on
if
your
you
wife,
cheating on your spouse,
yeah,
and
you can't
I-
be
it
trusted.
It don't matter if you cheating on your spouse or if you cheating on a girlfriend. You cheating, you cheating.
Nah, for sure.
exactly. But we're saying cheated, whether you're married or not. If you're cheating,
There you go. That's better.
somebody you love,
Yeah.
you would do me any kind of way, as a friend.
Mm.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah, because there's some people who is like,
your partner is more intimate than anything.
no, yeah, but I mean, like, guys, I don't think guys look at it like that.
Nah,
That's the
nah,
problem.
Because
guys.
like if it's
Y'all
like
don't got no
like
morals.
James
Thank
is
you.
like
Back to
James
Y'all don't got no
morals
values.
no, because
at all.
like James is like my friend, right? If James decide to cheat on whoever he dealing with, that don't alter our friendship.
It should.
Nah, cause it's guys, it's bros before.
Nah, I feel like
No,
I don't
no.
kick it with nobody who would cheat.
No,
on
but
they-
I'm
like-
saying though, that don't alter. If my friends out there doing whatever they doing, that don't got nothing to do with our relationship as a friendship.
It should.
But
Nah, because my
it
friend,
shows their character.
maybe he's just bad with women.
I feel like
then
Maybe
he
he's
should be
just
single.
indecisive.
So then he should be single.
Maybe, but that's his thing to deal with.
wait, Dre.
That
I,
has nothing
I feel
to-
like we have an understanding of who which homeboys are. Because I do have homies that like
I got
what
real
they do with
friends who will
girls,
They
call.
dogs.
I got real friends who like if I need anything, they gonna be there.
Okay.
But that has nothing to do with what he got going on with his relationship. That has nothing to do with that. Because a friendship is in a relationship, they based off two different things. A relationship, you might be in love with the girl for different reasons. A friendship, we might connect off similarity. We might like the same sports team. We might go to the same church. We might be into making music together. It's not based off of, like what
So-
he likes or what he prefers with a female.
Ronell Blades commented a good comment. It says, "Once it starts messing with my character, that's when it becomes an issue
That
as far
part.
as friendship."
Yeah, but my friends ain't got nothing to do with whoever he dating.
I
He
mean,
might have his reasons for cheating. I don't know. That has nothing to do with me. Is my point. Whatever he got going on, he might have his own reason for cheating. Maybe she cheated on him and he needs to get his lick back. I don't really know.
Well,
But this
well,
has
play
nothing to
that
do with
game.
But-
this has nothing to do with me and us as a friend. I might be in the hospital and my friend's still gonna show up. So I might say hypothetically I got jumped. My friend's gonna show up. But I'm not. Nah, you cheated on your girl. Don't come help me. What? It doesn't
well, that's
matter.
not what
No.
we're saying.
So what I'm saying is my friendship doesn't alter because of his relationship with a
But
female.
people will look at you crazy.
No, they don't.
Yes,
I think it just
I don't think
depends
so.
on the level of friendship you have with that type of person. Because just like he said, he didn't know what's going on, what his girl was going on. Maybe she cheated.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
therefore, it's already assuming that you don't even ask questions and y'all not close enough to even ask questions about what's going on with both sides, both pictures. But then a friend who will come visit you in the hospital and all that stuff, that's a different level of friendship as opposed to you just talk
But
to this
guys-
friend, he said he cheated, but you don't
But
know the
guys
situation.
ain't like that. Guys don't just be getting in their relationship with their friends like how y'all talk. So y'all might call and like you said, talk about y'all relationship with y'all friends. Guys, we don't talk about what's going on typically in our relationship with our friends. When I'm calling James, we're not talking about what's going on with his relationship to that degree where he's telling me, unless he's like really, really hurt, and then he called like, yo, man, she cheated on me. I don't know. I just found out. Then he might tell me
Don't
out
call
of
him.
something like that.
He ain't the friend to call.
Like something like that. But we not just constantly in each other's business with
All
a
right,
relationship.
Let me ask you this though. Let's say all the things you said, they show up for you, they pull up. What's something that would make you draw the line of like, all right, I can't kick it. Like, what's something that's like
Jail.
Jail,
Anything that
that's
has
it?
to do with the legal system and me going to jail, that draws the line.
Nah, but it don't even have nothing to do with you. Just like what they doing in their personal life.
Yeah,
what
if
can somebody
if it
do in
has
they
something to do with jail, if they're doing something where it's gonna cost me freedom or my life is at stake,
Nah, but
that's
I'm
the only
saying-
thing that can stop
No,
it, bro.
he-
I'm
as a
saying
whole.
it don't.
He don't care.
That's the only thing.
If
So
they
if they was at the Diddy parties, like, they
You
at
was
Diddy parties
there.
with
You be going.
me?
I don't.
Nah,
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But no, like, I mean, well, number one, I'm not rocking with
Right.
nobody like that. So
That's
but-
what I'm saying. So like, it's lines that's
no,
like,
but I'm saying that's sexuality to that degree. Like, I don't even want to say
You
this
don't
on
think a
air,
couple of
but
your mans that been to some Diddy type?
you the
parties?
only rapper I know.
Yo,
So I don't know. Have you? I don't know. But
I
don't-
accidentally been to a couple of Diddy type parties, but I left before it got crazy.
But that's
That's
my
what
point though.
everyone
If
say.
it's
No.
not, as long as it don't cost me freedom, I'm pretty much, I'm your man's. But once it gets to the point where like now you might stop me from where I can see my daughter every day or I can't be, with my family, then that draws the line. But if you cheating on your girl, hypothetically, that has nothing to do with our friendship. Matter of fact, if my friend is dating a girl and then they stop dating, me and the girl don't even gotta talk no more. Like we're not
yeah.
friends.
Oh,
That's
that's
It's
girl code
done.
right
That's
there.
girl code, yeah.
We might have been friends. We might have been cordial. Not even friends. We're just cordial.
No,
We say
yeah.
hi and bye. But
Your partner's people are not your people.
Yeah,
That is a girl code. Like offer, like we're cordial, we cool. There's
Yeah.
some exceptions, but because at the end of the day, they gonna take their family member side anyway.
you cutting your friend off if she cheat on her husband. You saying I can't be around you. So now it don't matter if y'all been friends for 20 years. She just got married. She cheated on her husband. You cutting off a 20-year relationship because she cheated on her husband.
Yes, because why are you doing that?
You not loyal, gang.
No,
You're
she's
not
not
loyal,
loyal.
man.
No,
I like that.
technically, she's not loyal.
Yeah, but you have no loyalty to the friendship.
No,
Friends
she
make
does-
mistakes.
That's not a mistake.
If you
Cheating is a choice.
It is a choice, but
don't
it
just
could be a
slip
bad.
into each
People
other.
make bad choices all the time.
If it was a one-time thing, all right, let's pray about it. Let's convene. Let's talk.
So
to
now
God.
there's some stipulation to it.
If a one-time thing, then yeah, that is a mistake.
Yeah.
I got or something just happened. It was my lover from back in the day, and I just
Yeah.
had to knock it out the park.
You had to.
We're gonna talk about it. But if it's something you continuing to do,
Yeah.
no, because at that point you are making a choice to really just commit a sin, and you
And
dragging
put me in
into it.
situations. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Because if it's my friend for 20 years,
But how are they
I'm like,
dragging you
okay.
into it though? They're not dragging you into it. They just cheating.
Because
that
I
has nothing to do
know.
with you.
Because I know.
Well, stop being nosy. And you don't know.
How you been
Hey,
with
man.
her for 20 years?
Stop
being
being nosy. Don't be
Right.
asking how
She
my
in
relationship
my
going.
life.
If you don't ask me how my relationship going, you ain't gotta find out. Yeah.
She
You
told me
gotta
I
find
didn't ask.
out. What's
So
the
yeah,
chat?
no, that brings me to a story about one of my friends. we kind of don't talk no more
Mhm.
because I'm very serious when it comes to drinking and driving. I don't like that. I've
Yep.
lost family members. I've lost people.
Same.
It's always the innocent people dying and stuff like
Always.
that. So
Always.
she had posted one time on her media. She's like just drunk in the car talking like, "Oh, I'm on my way home. I've been drinking." Da, 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 da. And I'm just like I just had to tell her, like, what's going on? Like, you're doing some dumb stuff right now. Why are you doing that? Like, I could have called you an Uber or something. I could have
Coulda
did
came and
something.
got
Like, why
you.
didn't you call me? Don't drink and drive. And then she was just like, oh, you calling me dumb? She kind of got mad. And we didn't talk for a couple weeks, but then she wrote me and she was like, oh, like, I'm sorry that I had said all that and did all that and stuff like that. But that kind of like deterred the relationship that we had because she was still in that lifestyle. She was still doing that. So sometimes with friendships, when it's like that, God will make it in a way where there's a separation that just starts happening because as far as friends, it's all in the covenant. Like sometimes the different lifestyles and stuff will bring you apart.
Yes.
I think that's what happens with most friendships like of mine. First, you have like a lot of friends in high school. And then after high
sure.
school, you just grow apart because your lifestyle doesn't connect
Yeah,
with
it
their
doesn't connect.
lifestyle. So they go out to parties, I don't really party. They go out to clubs, I don't go to clubs. So then now we just not hanging out as much because we just got different things going on in life. So I think you'll find a way to just kind of separate yourself and make your circle smaller.
Yeah, definitely.
Circle make
Because
itself smaller.
if
Yeah.
one of your friends came in
Yeah.
and they live in life, they
Uh-huh.
with all these wretched girls,
Yeah.
and they come over, play NBA 2K,
There
y'all
we
watch
go.
boxing
Uh-huh.
matches and everything together.
Yeah.
If they're bringing these wretched, nasty girls in my house,
Oh yeah, now you can't bring
you
them to
can't
my
do
house.
that.
No.
It's just
But-
a different level because
Yeah.
But whatever-
everyone can't be in my home. I'm not letting everyone doesn't have that type of access. So then that separation starts to grow because you're communicating like, nah, it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
He can't bring all these women in my house because I don't roll like that.
Yeah, but if they bring a different woman every time they come to watch a fight, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
No.
If they bring
If
a
he's
different
single,
one,
yeah.
whatever.
And if you single, that's fine.
Whatever.
As a wife, I'm not.
Hold
You
on,
can't-
we don't make it personal.
I
We
have a
can't let. I'm
question.
just
We don't
saying
make it
my
personal.
values in a wife. I do not let everyone to my house. I do not give them access to my house.
Yeah, but what I'm
Yes.
saying is like, okay, if James come with a,
Don't you start quit using me in your
I like
example.
you, James.
It's not like
Let's
you.
find
James.
somebody
Not
else.
personal. Okay, if Josh is my friend,
Josh.
right? Josh comes to a fight party with Josh, right? Rock on Josh. And Josh comes, and then Josh comes with whatever, baby mom named Becky. Josh come with Becky. Next fight, Josh come with Ruth.
Oh.
Next fight, Josh come with Esther.
Okay.
Josh, hey,
Ruth.
do your thing, Josh.
Nah, it just depends.
It does depend.
It's a vibe.
I have a question. What are your codes and flags when it comes to opposite sex, like friendships?
None.
Yeah, it don't. That ain't a thing.
Nah, it depends. It depends because I have like a girl, like I have like a female friend that I'm real close with.
Nova said,
I got
"Let's make this
one.
Very clear.
Yeah.
One.
So like I got one, like Trey Ann, right? Trey, my friend. I'm keeping
Shout
it
out
personal,
to our
right?
third.
So Trey, my friend, Devon don't have no problems with Trey. Trey can come to the house. We could chill, sit here, watch a movie. Trey not tripping, but it's only Trey. I feel like nah though, cause my wife can't have none. She can't have no guy friends like that. Like
Yeah,
that,
that's
I'ma
crazy.
just let her just sit in here and watch a movie with.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's setting yourself up for like, nah.
I had a male best friend for 15 years.
Yeah, but you're not with nobody.
I was in relationships. We were best friends for 15 years. We never crossed any lines. Like literally nothing ever
But it don't
happened.
be the fact that you didn't cross any lines. The problem is if you ever gave him the chance to cross the line, we as men feel like the guy gonna take that chance. Now, a woman, you might not take the chance. You might just play it cool. But if you ever said like, forget it, I'm mad at my boyfriend, and you tried to make a move on your best friend, if your best friend is not gay, then he probably gonna take the opportunity. And
I
that's
think it
where
depends on personal preference with
Yes.
men, especially because
Yes.
I
some
think
men
guys
don't
will.
like that.
I
Yeah.
think guys
Some
will.
men are
Like if
totally
they're your
comfortable
friend,
with
they're your
that.
friend.
Yeah. So it just depends
nah,
on the
because
guy.
for a
Andre
guy
says no.
it's different.
So what does Jay Scrab say?
Don't ask me.
No, because he would knock his friend down. That's
Whoa,
why he
hey,
said
whoa,
don't ask
whoa,
him.
no.
If
This
you're
is
in
where
a
I stand. This is
circle,
where I
you're
stand.
fine.
Right?
It ain't no reason for me to have no close friendship with a female.
Why not?
Cause like the
Do you know how much you
Women
can
in-
learn? Like having a close female friend. Well, you also have a sister, but like you can learn a lot.
no,
I feel like from the guy's perspective, it'd just be different. Because guys was, like I said on the last podcast, guys will sleep with anything.
Yeah, guys
right?
will- guys will knock
will
down
sleep with
anything.
anything. So given the opportunity, if you gave him the opportunity, usually guys stick around. So when that opportunity arises, and say your boyfriend make you mad, you call your best friend, you telling him whatever happened.
Never.
He come over, y'all eat ice cream, you putting your head on his shoulder, you crying and all that. If he get that opportunity to knock you down, he probably gonna knock you down.
Or what
That's
if
how
there's
we
just
feel.
no interest. Like
that-
y'all are genuinely just friends, and there's no interest.
If he gay,
But
that's
he's,
different.
well, what if he's straight and you guys just don't have an interest?
I don't.
I don't buy because guys asleep with anything. So in the heat of the moment,
Again, no,
he
but
might
guys don't
just
have
sleep.
morals. Thank you guys for proving that in this episode.
Nah, I just feel like
Nah.
when it comes to like somebody that I'm talking to on an everyday basis, like if you got anything that you got going on in life, you're not talking to how many people do you really talk to every single day? And for that to be somebody of the opposite sex, like that just don't seem
I think-
realistic for
If
me.
I think
it's not
if
your
you-
family member, or
if
something?
you
Yeah, like if it's
single-
not family, it's
if
just
you
a
s-
random
So
girl.
you saying
I'm-
the only reason I can have male friends is because I'm single?
yeah.
If you're married, no husband's gonna feel comfortable coming home to another straight man in the living room and y'all just sitting pretzel style watching movies. I feel like that's just an opportunity waiting to happen.
Okay. I hear that part, but just like having a friend. Like we ain't gotta
Yeah.
be kicking it, braiding each other's hair, coming to the house, but just like a friendship.
All right,
If he
so-
braiding your hair, he's fruity.
No wait, we gotta
He fruity. If you sitting in, if he's nah, if,
we gotta define what the friendship looks like, right?
Okay.
So if y'all, let's say y'all
it's just a friendship.
went to school together, are y'all used to work together?
Okay.
Any of that screams red flag. if I'm a guy.
But look, if they only have a conversation once every couple months, it ain't
no,
nothing
because
crazy.
why
Okay.
is you sitting here talking to another dude on the phone like that. Like that's
So
not,
if you texting all day back and forth,
yeah.
Oh no, that's
yeah,
out,
that's
the,
a
out the
relationship.
picture for
We
sure.
go
That's
together.
great. Yeah.
We go together at that point. We texting
now-
all day back and forth.
I'm not even
would
texting
you
my-
feel comfortable if your future husband, we're
Uh-huh.
speaking into
Has a
existence here,
female
Is he
friend
on
like
his
that.
has a female best friend?
if he had her before we got together, I can't tell
Yeah.
him that she has to go. But there are going to be some conversations
And
that
she
we
look-
should probably should have.
And
and
let's
some
say,
boundaries.
and let's
right?
say
So would those boundaries fall into him not texting her every day?
now you see it.
Well, I
yeah.
can't have a double standard because I have male friends that I talk to daily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah. See, that's a red flag.
That I have male friends that I talk to.
Is it more than
That's
one?
Multiple men you talk to every day.
Is it more than one?
No, it's just one.
So
Don't
it's
be
one that
grilling
you
her.
talk to every
every
day.
day?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you got
Red flag.
Yeah, you got to go before the husband come. I ain't
Red
gonna lie.
flag.
We're just friends.
That don't matter.
Yeah, I bet.
No,
I bet, Aubrey. I bet.
So-
All right, wait.
Nobody's
Hold on,
gonna feel
hold on, hold on.
comfortable.
Like I said,
No
Hold on
guy
now.
is gonna
comes
feel
back to-
comfortable with you
it comes
texting
back
another
to-
guy all
Every
day
day.
long.
why did I say we text all day long? I said
Every
I
day.
talk to him every day. I
Yeah.
didn't mean we sit
So
here on
so
the
what?
phone.
So he texting you like, "Hey, good morning, Aubrey. How'd you sleep?"
Hey, yeah, have a good day.
That's-
Thanks,
that's-
Do you
too.
think that would
Nah.
diminish
Nah.
if you did get married and your husband didn't feel comfortable with that?
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
You
it
would
comes
stop
with
it?
boundaries. Oh, they already know. As soon as my husband comes into the picture, the dynamic of our friendship has to change.
So you just gonna. That's why
I didn't say I
know
would
you
cut
a
him
good
off.
friend,
I didn't
gang.
say I would cut him off. I said the dynamic of our friendship would have to change.
Why y'all just friends though?
Yeah, just friends.
Well, we got some in the
Hey.
Yes, we are just friends.
Hell on,
But
no.
y'all
Wait.
just friends. So why does the dynamic have to change? What would change? Y'all just friends.
You gotta
you
gotta
just-
practice how you play.
No,
What do
I
you
think
mean?
with
No,
her, when it comes to dynamics, is the comfortableness and the boundaries that her
Yes.
husband requests.
So if the
Yes.
husband didn't want you texting him day to day, you would just cut him off.
Then that's why the dynamic has to change. We're gonna have to have a conversation because my husband comes before my friend.
But that I don't know how good of a friend you are then. Just because you got a man now, all of a sudden we
My,
talking.
no. My
It just feels kind of
You're
shaky.
danged if you do
It just
Right.
feels kind of shaky.
Right,
like,
because I can only have him if I'm single, but once I'm married, he gotta
Yeah,
stay.
you can't do
Either
that.
He gotta stay or he gotta go.
No, what I'm saying, if you're single, you could do what you want. When you married, now that it changes.
Okay,
things.
but I just said the dynamic would
I
have
know,
to change, and
but
I'm
I'm
not a
saying,
good friend.
But I'm saying you was just like y'all texting every day, so y'all go from texting every day to just your husband don't want you talking to him.
Then a conversation has to be had.
Would you feel comfortable with him talking to a girl every day, but she look better than you?
I mean, we not all the prettiest, so she did. If that's what you gonna do, but
She
then,
look better than you. She make more money. And he just talks to her when you get mad.
He
Every
gotta-
time he get mad at you, every time he get mad at you, he just go talk.
That you know,
Okay.
He just go talk to her like, yeah, man, I can't. She
and
just
then
gets
when
on
I
my
go
nerves.
talk to a six figure, he better keep that
Why
same
is that?
energy.
Why?
No,
gotta
no,
be-
no.
Look, now
That
go-
was a
see?
weird
Nice
thing.
guy. Y'all this is
Now
good.
they showing their true colors.
Yeah.
They showing how they move, man.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, to get back
True
in six
colors
figures.
starting to come out now.
They
Now
get
you
back in
want a
six figures now.
huh?
You said she made more than me, so for me to
Yeah.
get my lick back,
But
the
why
dude
is
gotta
there a
be
lick
six.
back? Why
Why
can't
is
you
he
just
talk-
be comfortable
Why
with
is
the
he-
fact that she
No,
look
no, no.
better?
You just said he only talks to her when he's mad at
No,
me.
I said he talked to her every
Every
day,
time.
but then how he talks to her is like, man, see, I told you. Like, I knew when I got married, she was finna stop doing her makeup every morning, and now she just walking around here looking crazy. I can't stand that. And then you read
So
the
now-
chat. You read the chat.
That's different.
Now-
I was about
That's
to say, see
different.
that?
Hey, hey,
There
hey.
it
That's
is.
different.
Wait, let me
There
ask.
is no
Let me ask Jay a
boundaries.
question real
No,
quick.
there was
What's
no
up?
boundaries,
Does it- does-
and there was
That's
no
crossing a narrow
communication
bounds.
when it
Yeah.
came to that. You
But
need
that's
to
his
establish
friend.
all that.
He always confided in his friend. Now
No.
it's just you're the subject.
Now we're bringing a husband into it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, but
different.
now
It's
she's
different.
just the
Now, if
subject.
the husband says it's okay for her to do that, that's okay. He feels secure in who he is in their relationship to do that.
And then
now,
you
if
just-
he has a problem with it and he don't want that another man having that type of access, that's okay too.
I feel like you could do that if their sexual preference isn't the same. Like if your best friend,
They gave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like if you go hang out with a guy and he gay, then you ain't got really nothing to worry about. You straight. But if like you go hang out with another
So
girl,
I can't date a male friend. I
What
can't
do you
go
mean?
on dates with a male friend. Like
No.
that's straight. Yeah. Or the
What-
then
what-
if I'm
See, look.
married,
yeah, that's
oh,
stupid.
but I
Nah,
can do
that's-
it when I'm single.
But while you
Duh.
single,
What you mean? What you mean? Yes. If you single, you can go do what you want to do. But once you get married to me, all that like going out on a date.
I date my friends.
Aubrey, these is red flags.
Yeah,
You
these-
might not want to be on this podcast no
Yeah.
more. They gonna come for you.
nah,
They gonna come for you.
No,
You
no,
giving
no.
a lot of red flags
No,
out
I'm
here.
not. No, I'm not.
That y'all don't think that's a red flag?
What?
Dating your friends?
Dating your friend.
Dating your friends?
But then you
I
trying to
would
talk.
say
You trying to talk.
friends.
You
I
trying
I
to
wouldn't say
specify
I wouldn't put the word dating.
dating.
That's something in a totally
Like
different
going out to
ball
hang
field.
out.
nah.
sound like a date to me.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm
Sound
not
like a
trying
date
to.
to me.
I'm not trying to make it no clips around here, but you just can't hang like men. If you going to hang out with a girl multiple times, like
You don't think you gonna catch feelings?
think no. Regardless of if she catch feelings,
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
he think that he the husband that you waiting on. He
Wait, pause.
he
What'd you just say?
If you going to hang out with this dude, he think that you just haven't
That's
discovered
your
what's right in front of your
Boaz.
face.
Cause you
Right.
scaring off all the other Boazes.
Yeah.
But
If you
You scaring them off. If I know, like, okay, right? Say, if I know that you talking to like this other guy, either it's probably gonna draw me away. Like, I'm not gonna try to keep talking to you. Like,
But
and every time you telling me,
it's your preferences. James, it's your preferences. Babe, it's your preferences.
no,
Nah.
I speak for no. I speak
Yeah.
for all
Down the
men.
line
I
might
speak for
not
all
do
men.
that.
Because here's the thing.
I'm
And
the
what she's
spokesperson
saying
for
is
all the
she's
men in the
done.
world.
me and Dre are two different type of men when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
So if we,
I'm
when we
I'm
agree
more
on stuff,
Oh
seasoned.
my
it's
God.
like
and y'all, so y'all
Here
are
we go.
agreeing that you can't date your male friends, or you
No.
can't hang out with
let me
a
ask
man.
Dre
What
a
are y'all
question.
doing? Like,
Married?
No, single.
Even if you
If you're
single,
single.
even if you single, if you just a guy gonna definitely catch feelings if y'all just going to
they
the
been-
movie
they been
theater.
Nah, Dre, let me ask you a question.
They ain't
Netflix and
caught
stuff.
feelings.
Dre, have you
What you
ever?
mean?
She's been friends with him, with this gentleman, for X amount of years.
Guys
And ain't
just
nothing
wait
happened.
around
Men that
for
I've
an
recently met,
opportunity.
even men that I've recently met,
Yeah.
and it's just friendship. Like, we know that there's like, you're not my husband, I'm not your wife. We are not going to
That don't
cross
mean that
any
somebody
lines.
won't.
And they
We're very
friends-
clear that there's no feelings. We
Yeah,
are
but
just
that
friends.
And they
that
friend
blurs the
zone.
line once you say like, yeah, I'm going on a date with my friend to Red Robin. That blurs the line where it's just you and your friend.
Well, I don't mean
and
date
y'all,
like that. I mean like spend time with
Okay,
them.
y'all-
let's hang
you-
out.
Like hang out.
Where are y'all
I'm gonna
hanging
go
out at?
hang out with Chris at Red Robin.
Anywhere out in public at one another's houses, like
Oh, what the heck?
Oh,
Yeah, no, but here's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just say this real quick
Oh
before
yeah,
we.
that's making him feel like he got a shot.
Yeah.
She's
But
saying
what if
let's
he,
be friends.
okay, pause.
She's-
What if he was very clear about there's no feelings and we agree?
But dudes
Yeah,
will
that's how
say
everything
anything.
starts
Yeah,
off.
like
Guys said, like I told you, remember I told you earlier in the show,
Lies.
I told you guys tell you everything.
I
So
actually-
you said like I just want to be friends. I don't want to go nowhere. But then y'all hanging out like say twice a week, and y'all going out to eat, y'all going to lunch, y'all coming, you come into his house, he going to your house. He feel like okay, well she said she didn't want nothing, but you know I'm working my way, I'm taking my time, I'm making it slow. That's how we thinking.
Oh,
So if you're just blindly just thinking like, oh, we're just kicking it, we're just friends.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he playing the part until that one night when you call and you be like, man, I just really want a husband. And he
But-
thinking, yeah, I'm right here.
But
All
here's
you
the
gotta
thing,
do
though.
is
With-
face
I
it.
think you should test it.
wait, what?
I'm just all
Yeah.
I'm saying is
Okay,
call,
test what?
call this nigga
Test
up
the
one night.
relationship and
Call
be
this
like,
nigga
yo,
up
just
one
be
night.
like, I know you said we was just friends.
You can't be experimenting on people and play
What
with
if I
their
already
emotions.
did? What if I already tested it?
If you tested it,
Yep.
you didn't. Yeah, right. You didn't.
What if I already tested it?
If you tested it
Yeah,
and
what
he
if she
wasn't,
did?
how far did the test go? Was it just a phone conversation? Hey, I think we should get together, or was you like, hey, I'm really feeling you. Like I know we was just friends, but we were spending a lot of time together. I'm really liking this. Did he just shot you down?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even look like
Yeah.
he shot you down. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Or what if
Yeah.
it was like,
I don't
hey,
buy
I'm
it.
coming over to kick it. And I just want to watch a movie. And then we watch a movie. And then he'd be like, I don't want you to think it's anything other than just we friends.
He playing a part.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
But
give you
here's
the
the
game
thing,
right
you
now.
can't-
You don't
the-
have
the
nobody
only
to
way-
give you the game. I'm trying to give you the game.
The only way you
He-
can test it, you gotta be explicit about what you saying, because it can't be no beating around the bush. Because
I don't buy it. I don't think girls could just have no real guy friend,
So
especially if he black.
what about with the
Yeah.
opposite
Oh yeah,
sex?
no, that
So
even
what about
that
the
even
opposite?
ups it if he's black.
What
'Cause
about
black-
with the opposite sex? So you think a girl can't just be friends with a guy?
No.
Is there motive behind it? Like y'all saying?
Yeah,
No,
because
we're
if she
great
she just
friends.
calling somebody so she can get like something to eat or something, she just no.
So if you put a girl in a friend zone, it's
You're right. So if you friend zone her,
it's
then
for
what?
something.
If I
Let me
Well,
ask
if
you.
the guy friend zone the girl.
Let me ask you, Dre. Have you ever had a female friend that you
We
went
don't-
and hung out with?
we don't since I've been married.
No, before, like back in the day. I know it's been about
Yeah, watch
a
your
long
mouth.
time.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, not too much. Not too much.
Now, have I had a girlfriend that I just kicked it with and
Yeah.
it was just strictly like friendship? Yeah, when I was single, yeah.
And it stayed like that.
No,
Exactly. I've never
Nah.
in my life had no
not hung
even
out because I've had friends, but we wasn't going to hang out. Like, what is we
Any-
going just watching movies together for? Like,
any female friend
You
that
see
I've
what's in
ever
the chat?
had.
Yeah.
what's in the chat?
Any-
Thank you.
Any
It said
female
Ronell
Ronell got
friend.
my back.
He
Ronell got my back. Go ahead and read it.
Ronell Blade says, I have a female best friend. We used to go out and eat and hang out with each other.
and he probably
As soon
knocked
as
her
I
down.
got married,
He probably knocked her down. He not saying that part, but he probably knocked her down.
as soon as the dynamic changed, no solo hangout. Same when she got a boyfriend.
There we
My
go.
wife knows everything about my friend. My friend is respectful. If that ever changed, she would have to be released. Wife comes before everything.
Yeah, but he's saying after he got with his wife,
The dynamic changed.
They stopped hanging out.
But I said the same thing. I said once I would get married, the dynamic would change. You said I wasn't a good
Dynamic.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's a terrible friend. A terrible friend.
Nah, I just feel like
He's a terrible friend. He was willing to cut her off over a female. Like
No, over his
guys,
wife.
Guys don't do that.
Over a
Like,
spouse.
I know, but that was a girl, so that's different.
Guys
But
don't
So if
do
I
that?
do that
No,
for
I'm
my
saying-
spouse, I'm not a good friend.
no, I'm saying me and no, you have red flags. We've discovered.
Oh
that.
my
goodness.
We've drawn the
No.
red flags
No.
out of tonight, Aubrey. We've
Aubrey,
drawn.
Aubrey has green flags.
Yep.
We're gonna have to come
Exactly.
back on another episode, guys, because it's past 8:00 and my babysitter's here.
wait, I got one more
So,
question.
we gotta save it for the next
I got
time.
one more
We gotta
question, though.
save it for the next episode, guys. We gotta save it. For the
didn't
next
Oh, wait,
even
we
episode.
gotta-
go
we
through
gotta
all
touch
our
on
stuff.
this.
We just
We
kept
got to
it
touch on
updated.
this.
You got 30 seconds.
Anthony Edwards got that girl pregnant
Yeah.
and requested her to pay 18 years of child support in
Yes,
advance.
I agree with it.
I agree.
Props to him.
I agree with it, but
Props
I
to
don't
him.
agree with it because I feel like this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna end the show.
Nah,
Okay.
you're not just gonna cut
Yeah,
off.
I'm
what
gonna
we
say
gotta
this, then
say.
we're gonna end the show.
We're not just gonna
I'll
cut
turn
off
all,
what we
I'll
was
tear
gonna
all
say.
this stuff up. I'll tear all this stuff up. Nah, but
Life
it
will
was
start shifting.
like it's not fair because okay, if he said he didn't want the baby from the beginning and she still had the baby,
That's
she
on
should
her.
be responsible for the baby.
Well, not only
Because
that, not
if
only
he
that though.
doesn't, let me finish. Because if he says he wants the baby and she says she doesn't want the baby, she could just have an abortion and now he doesn't have a baby. So that's not fair that they get the choice, but then he has to pay the responsibility. But he did the right thing. He just paid it. And now, I mean, she doesn't grow up with a dad, but
Yeah, that's the
she
sad
did
part.
his part.
But she
She
told
rich, but
Anthony
that's the sad
Edwards,
part.
the girl told Anthony Edwards, "You give me 100,000, I'll have the abortion." He
And
gave her
she-
100,000,
and she-
and then
And
she
she
didn't
still
have it.
didn't do it.
That's a gold digger.
She needs to
right
go to
there while you
jail.
talking.
She needs to go to
That's a gold
jail.
digger.
She
You know what I'm
needs to
saying?
go to
She needs to
jail.
go to jail. But that's our time. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to have to bring y'all back because this was a fun episode. We didn't get to hit nearly none of the points that we had.
Nah.
Conversation kind of went left with James's questions. But it is what it is,
Shout
man.
out
Thank
to
y'all for
James.
tuning in.
Shout out to Aubrey.
I'm your
And-
host, Andre.
And I'm your co-host, your girl Nirvana. Thank you for tuning in. We out.